Oh, 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 do like Marilyn Manson style, like. Now, usually I failed this one on perfect agent mode. So far, this one is pretty tricky. Yeah. You got to get everything right, and there's lots of enemies, and the spawning is pretty bad. Let's see what happens. The confidence deals with our gas defense system. She'll think twice before messing with me again. What's that noise? Come. Yeah. Just leave them crippled and then rock. Damn. Fuck. Damn it. Alright, we're gonna redo it. We're gonna abort the mission. The guy fucked it up. Should have killed him. Yeah, I don't think they say that like suicide and depression and suicide with AI is up and all that stuff. Like I don't understand like these people that never been through anything difficult and they're depressed. Like they've never been through any kind of trauma. They've never been through anything and they're just like depressed and it's kind of it's pretty weak. So it's like I don't if you've actually been through something, you've been through cancer, you've been through a war, you've been through I don't know, childhood abuse, you've been through something, then I say, well, maybe I understand a little bit, where you're coming from. But people that just haven't experienced shit, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. Then that comes off as like weakness instead of perseverance. So anyways. All right, let's get Elvis. Yeah, I did the Perfect Dark trailer. And then I thought they would probably copyright block me on Wayne's World 3, but they didn't. It's kind of interesting what they do copyright block me on for third party. It is very strange, the copyright process of AI. I would say I understand the copyright process with music and YouTube, Google Alphabet more than I do with AI. I don't understand that copyright process, except for I know that I can't profit from like something that's not even real. Like I can't make a movie of the Mummy 4 and use the characters' likenesses and get paid for making that or something. Without Universal's consent or payment or whatever. So that's just an example. It doesn't have to be something nostalgic. It doesn't have to be something beloved like that. I was just talking about generally speaking. I think there's some stuff that's not under copyright law anymore, like in the early 1900s, uh, like 1911, 1920, and so, like Popeye the Sailor Man and things like Betty Boop and shit like that. Like old school, like old school IPs, what you call intellectual property. Yeah, I have no interest in making content like that. I am kind of curious, like, or the Steamboat Willie version of Mickey Mouse. is like funny caveats like that are kind of fascinating to me. Yeah. Like Travis Scott makes a fortune, the rapper, channeling Astroworld because Warner Brothers and um, the Six Flags theme park, they didn't own the rights to the name Astroworld, so he can make an Astroworld song, Astroworld movie. I don't know if that means he owns the rights then, but like, yeah, that is pretty funny. But he made millions doing that shit the until the demonic portal gate. Yeah, I don't know why he has like this huge demonic portal at his concert, and then 10 people were trampled to death, and it was like, I'll see you on the other side and shit like that. That was very creepy, almost like it was like a satanic ritual. That he uses a portal as the as like the artwork. That's very bizarre. I mean, the thing looked actually like a demonic portal or Stargate. It looked, and then it says, and then it said on the in writing, "I'll see you on the other side." And then 10 people died at that concert. I was thinking to myself, my God. And some people were saying that was a demonic sacrifice. Yeah, it was something. That's for sure. Yeah, some people think that devil worshippers would hide. They're worshiping Satan, but I don't think so. Or that they worship dark powers and dark entities and things like that, evil forces, spiritual forces, demons, and so on. Yeah, that this idea that they're gonna hide it is actually the most. They really do it out in the open. They often actually they hide in plain sight, like the Illuminati. They do it pretty overtly instead of covertly, which is really bonkers because it's kind of like showing their hand, like, hey, I worship the devil so I can become famous and wealthy, and I sell my soul, and I don't give a fuck. You know, that's basically what they're announcing. Yeah, I guess his career went into shit after that. So after that incident, started the downward spiral. Um, pop, beep, pop, beep, pop. Oh, is it time to fart? Let's fart it up because that beef. We got to warm up the environment for the reason why we have to warm up with the farts is because the cold front comes in tonight. So then it's gonna start out in the 50s, and then by Monday and Tuesday it's gonna be like 41. And some people are gonna get in the northernmost Houston, Texas area. It's gonna be like, um, yeah, so like in the 30s. Yeah. Mm. Gonna be in the 30s, but I don't want no turdies. Ooh. Yeah, I know Grassloo does this. I know Grassloo. This is not a channel that's specifically dedicated necessarily to one idea. Oh my god! I'm sorry. The conspiracy theories, they go nuts. You know, they go buck wild sometimes. And when people write stuff about the Rockefellers or the Rothschilds or the Illuminati and so so on and so forth. Skull and Bones, 322. Yeah, there's an entire lore of the Illuminati and the New World Order and all that stuff. So Yeah. Do I think that there's a cabal of Satanists that run the world, like in X-Men, like the Gang of 12 and so the Majestic 12 and all that? I mean, there could be, right? Yeah. I can't say for sure. There's definitely, there's definitely a banker. It's definitely bankers, and it's definitely financial people that run the world. That's for sure. And you know, whether they all worship Lucifer is probably that they worship dark entities and dark demons is probably true. Yeah, but I mean, I personally didn't have dark nightmares last night. They were all like really pleasant dreams. Really, yeah. It was like, man, my last dream was like I was. It was pretty mellow. I'm just with a family and a friend, and I'm just like I'm in a boat, and I'm on the Woodlands Waterway, and I've got my gondola, and I'm going down a stream. And then when I woke up from the dream, and I was like, "Wow, you didn't really have any. You've been watching a lot of horror movies lately, but I haven't had any fucking nightmares at all." And so that I can remember anyway. I only had one nightmare. It was very brief, and it wasn't. It was more like a version of hell. And so a version of hell for me is a dark place, and it's like a real hell for me, like a nightmare. It's usually a place of darkness and you can't see, and there's just like these evil entities everywhere, and they're demonic forms, and that's pretty much what my nightmare would be. That's usually what it consists of. So the theory is that um, hell would not be a place of like all this bright light. It wouldn't be like a bunch of like fucking fire everywhere. It wouldn't be a bunch of because a fire is a light and a light is good. And so darkness is evil. It's black and it's um yeah. All right, here we go. Yeah, so if I ever see, but that's also very like that movie. That's very much like the movie Weapons. There's a lot of scenes in the dark with weird entities and weird creatures, and they're usually like just sitting around, and unless they're attacking like zombies, then they're just sitting around. So I could have had that dream because I watched Weapons, and so that's what triggered the nightmare. Is that pretty Weapons is a pretty graphic movie with a lot of scenes in dark, creepy houses. Um, so shit, right when I get it right, fucking. How long am I going to play this until I get it right? Yeah. So didn't they say that like if you if you're do it until you get it right? You know, like a director tells the actor you're going to do it until you get the scene right, and so Yeah, I played this until I just like failed so many times that I'm just like, my I'm broken for that particular time period. I'm waiting for your mama, bitch. Oh, your maturity is awesome. I love it. Okay, let's go. Ah, yeah, I love Perfect Dark. Some guy tried to do a fundraiser to make a movie. The snag is that Micro Shit owns it, so Micro Crud owns Perfect Dark, the IP, and so that's really the. Now Nintendo, as a gaming company, as a video gaming company, notoriously has had a bad history with movies based on its products, uh, except for what got them interested in the coin again. Nintendo is that they made money on the. They saw how much money the old Sega Genesis uh, property Sonic the Hedgehog was making, and so they were thinking, oh well, we can't miss out on this action. So they made the Super Mario Brothers uh, movie, and that was a big success. And then now they're going to make the Legend of Zelda live action movie, and hopefully that'll go really really well. If it's under Nintendo supervision, it should go very very well. So yeah, that would be pretty interesting if they could make a Legend of Zelda saga like almost as beloved as like the Lord of the Rings. I know that that's probably a difficult task, but I'm saying if they made something like unique that was like a Zelda trilogy or something like that, I think that'd be pretty cool. It might just be a standalone film. So yeah, I would say my winter beard or attempt to grow a beard is getting pretty itchy, and so yeah, I don't know if when it heats back up if I'm gonna shave it or here. Fuck, take most of my fucking health, bitch. Fuck, dude, they just decimated my health. Oh well, we can try it. We can try to run with it, but we might just be cooked. No, so tit for tattoo. Dun, dun. Oh, it's good shooting text. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, welcome to Lake Titicaca. Mm, Tilipapa. Mm, 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 Y'all feel that vibe, huh? Hell no. You're going to rescue the aliens in Area 51. Yeah, Catherine Bigelow. Yeah, A Point Break and Zero Dark 30 and all that stuff. All like my favorite movies are like Catherine Bigelow movies, basically. Uh, Strange Days is Catherine Bigelow too. Man, she's done so many great stuff. I'd like to see like what her full like filmography is. Yeah, 73 years old. Dang, she was so hot when she was young. Yeah, there it is. Strange Days, Point Break, Zero Dark 30, The Hurt Locker, Near Dark. Oh, I never have I seen Near Dark? House of Dynamite. I might not even seen that one. Mhm. Yeah, with Catherine Bigelow, I feel like she's old school in the sense that she only believes in two principles of entertaining, movement, and movie making, which is make it entertaining for the audience, um, and make tons of fucking money doing it. Yeah, those are two that's more like old school movie making, where the priorities was just entertainment and making lots of money. Yeah. So the principles in entertainment today seem to be woke, and there's different agendas like diversity, equity, inclusion. There's an emphasis on a lot of homosexual material, a lot of gay shit, in other words, and it's just kind of man, like what in the hell? Yeah, emphasis on basically Satanist type stuff, and yeah, okay, yeah. There's this bizarre obsession with homoerotic and homosexual material, which is very bizarre for Hollywood to be fixated on that. And just sometimes there's like really awesome movies on HBO late at night and the Xfinity cable channels, but once in a blue moon, there's like a lot of gay movies on, and it's kind of like it's almost like they're trying to normalize gayness or LGBTQ to the and to brainwash and to indoctrinate kids into the LGBTQ lifestyle. I suppose it is agenda driven, uh, social justice warriors and wokeness and all that shit. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah, Grassloo is a YouTuber that is dedicated, obsessed with Nintendo 64, especially GoldenEye and Perfect Dark basically Nintendo 64 first person shooters. I think that's, yeah. So is it a big channel? I think it has thousands of subscribers. Yeah, it's pretty big. You know, that GoldenEye nostalgia is a pretty big deal, at least for maybe Generation X, millennials, maybe some baby boomers too. But um, yeah, yeah. Grassloo does not show his face. Um, it's basically like Grassloo is like Beavis, or I'm sorry, Butthead, and it's like, yeah. So the person really doesn't want his face to be seen, which is, I suppose that's a rare thing in social media these days. But um, yeah, the kind of gaming content he does, it's like it doesn't really, you know, it's anonymity. Uh, Anonymity is fine with the kind of content he does. Yes, you perfectly get me. Bitch. Gonna wop, but I'm gonna wop to the wallop, wop, bam, boom. There are, I mean, I know there's a lot of AI slop, I try to make quality AI shit if I can, but I realize that it could be, some may consider that a form of AI slop, depending on what it is. And so I realize also I could make slop. So I don't really want to make slop content, but but a lot of the AI videos and music videos, I am entertained by a lot of it, but like somebody out there is doing Star Trek Elvis and shit like that, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to. Oh no, I'm not clicking on Star Trek Elvis, or I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm just not doing it. So no. So we are going to draw some lines somewhere. Yeah, with the AI content, we are not going to actively seek out slop. We are not going to allow ourselves to be inundated by slop. We are going to click on something if we're interested in it. Like if it's Luke Skywalker rapping or something, I might check it out. It could be funny, it could be not. But you know, Star Wars rap is usually pretty funny, or Star Wars parodies, but sometimes, not always. Yeah. So I feel like Elvis AI slop is like, I feel like it's disrespectful. It's just Elvis in comedy, like it doesn't really, I don't know, like that works for Bruce Campbell and like Bubba Hotep, where he's playing, like it fits in that movie. But just AI, just randomly putting Elvis fucking anywhere, it's like that's when AI has to have like a purpose. Like there has to be a point of the generation of the content. If there's no point to the generation, then it's slop, which is just garbage. So yeah, they made an AI video. Wolverine talks to Batman, and I didn't watch all that all the way through because I was like, this just isn't that funny. Yeah. Okay. So the rule for AI slop is, or AI generated content is, um, if I'm digging it, then I'll keep watching it. If it's something I kind of cringe at, I'm gonna be like, then I'm not gonna watch it. If it's cringe, and if it doesn't make any sense, like if it's like Elvis in, I don't know, Elvis and Saved by the Bell, I'm gonna be like, what? This doesn't make any sense. It like I might not click on if it's like the AI slop Elvis in, um, the Ninja Turtles or something. I might be like, what? This doesn't make any sense. So we're going to apply two criteria to AI slop or AI generated content. Is like, I'm going to ask myself, A, does this make sense? And number two, well, actually, maybe this is the number one point. Is this entertaining? Is this funny to me, or is this just garbage? Mhm. Oh, I haven't unlocked my boy over here, huh? Okay. And they roll out fast. Man, they roll out faster than an FBI raid, don't they? Yeah, there's one great thing about the shallow narcissism of the social media age, and it's not girls on their cell phones while they're driving, looking at stuff while they're driving and crashing into a tree and killing people. I'm not saying that's good form of narcissism. I think it's great for the FBI and the NSA and the CIA when okay. So I think it's fantastic when you have all these like young jihadis of like Al Qaeda and their I think it's wonderful if they're planning a Christmas attack or a Black Friday or Thanksgiving terrorist attack, and I think it's great when they take pictures of themselves with ISIS flag on Instagram. I think that's the greatest part because if you're thinking about it, you know, terrorists used to have a code which was like be secret, be silent, you know, be stealthy. You know, Islamic fundamentalist jihadis used to have a code. You know, it was like be silent, be secret, plan. You know, secretly, uh, practice stealth. Um, pray to Allah. Um, Allah Akbar, God is great, and they would secretly plan their attacks, and they wouldn't post pictures of themselves. They wouldn't get on social media and the internet and blast themselves all over the interweb. You know, like terrorists and attack plotters used to be secret conspirators, and they used to network underground, and they didn't go into chat rooms and tell jokes. They didn't tell they don't talk with each other what the name of their operation is going to be. They don't discuss plans online. They don't do that stuff. So kind of the blessing in a way of this social media narcissism is that a lot of terrorists, especially young terrorists, expose themselves to the authorities very very early so that they can intercept them before they do their horrible massacre or whatever. So on the upside of uh, on the upside of social media narcissism and shallowness and self-absorption, um, at least they catch terrorists. Ooh, man. rock and roll, baby. We're doing. Let's blow this joint. Doo-doo. Yeah, this one's kind of a. Okay, babe, just don't get in my way. Uh-oh. Okay, is the boy in my way? Nah. Oh. Shit. Six. About 69.2%. So.
What the hell do you think you're doing? This is supposed to be a
Yeah, I've been pretty nervous because the Democrats have not wanted Donald Trump to be reelected. They're very angry that the people took the power back and all that, and Donald Trump was reelected. So the Democrats were very angry, losing power in the Congress and the White House, which they had stolen in 2020 using the play. So okay, let's go. All right, all right. Ba 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 ba. Oh. Y'all feeling that vibe of the Area 51, huh? Yeah. So Zero Dark 30 by Catherine Bigelow. One of the most interesting things is that before they plan their strike on Bin Laden, that they meet up, the pilots and the SEAL Team 6, they meet up at Area 51. So that's a very fascinating scene in the movie, I thought, because Area 51 is usually not shown or discussed in a movie that has to do with real life um, covert SEAL Team and Rainbow Six operations. So usually that stuff isn't discussed unless it's declassified. But yeah, I mean, it is kind of nice to see Area 51 not in an alien movie for a change, even though they might have alien craft and alien tech there. But it is nice to see just a secret base for a secret mission, that sort of thing, to take out Osama bin Laden in that case. Oh, poo poo. I didn't get it. All right. Do, do, do. Yeah. Yeah. So I think the Democrats think they're just going to lie their way back in power and do the anti-Trump dance again, the Trump derangement dance. I think they think they're good. I think maybe they think they're safe, or maybe they're worried, and they're going to pull some kind of false flag attack or something, some kind of tragedy off. Um, yeah. Oh. Ooh. There we go. Boom. Got the pay dirt. Now let's play Bert. Who's Bert? I don't know. Bert and Ernie. Sesame Street. Yeah, do a fallback fire suppression. Poppity boom boom. Ooh. Yeah. Sure. Oh, I see. Well, could you pull that off? I could try to pull it off. I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay, so we're gonna try to prop this door open. So we're gonna try something. We're gonna, they say the definition of madness is doing the same thing and never trying something new. So, well, we're gonna try to switch things up. And I don't even know if we can do this. Can we even do this? Yeah, we'll try it. We'll see. If we can pull this shit off, I mean, I'm game. But okay, can we move it over the threshold? Oh, yeah, this is kind of a pain in the ass. I wish they would have made this where you could pick these up, these oil barrels, but All right. The programmers might have put this, caveat where I couldn't do it because, oh, dude, it's fucking working. Yes. Look at that. I did it. Okay. You want to try to do it some more? Yeah. Well, we might just have to leave it at victory then. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes you just got to take the W and roll with it. Oh, shit. Don't want to make it real far, only to get stopped by some bullshit. Okay. Get stopped by a random thug. And, okay, so we're going to get the med pack and activate the alien Elvis early before we go on the Jonathan rescue mission. Okay, so that changes the entire dynamic of the entire level. Just that particular change right there. So it might even make victory easier. But it's all dependent whether the game lets me do this. If this is even possible. If the game does not acknowledge that the oil barrel is in the doorway, propping it up, that means I can't pull this off. But if it lets me do this, which it looks like it's going to, I might be in good shape. Looks like we're going back. Yes. You just had to know the layout of the Area 51 and you were good. So, oh, happy Saturday night and God bless. As yes, God's blessing. So we have the alien med pack right now. Here we go. That means the troops won't be uh, alerted, right? Well, I was thinking there's no rule saying that Jonathan has to be here to activate, unless to activate the med pack. Okay, so that door's still locked. Okay, maybe this was the way they're going to prevent me from reviving Elvis. So, yeah, it looks like that's the way they did it. Okay. Did I do this for nothing? Well, now I know. Failure is also a teacher, is it not? All right. You don't want failure to be your entire life teacher, but won't let me use the alien med pack early and cheat the system. That's usually the action button. So, Elvis, wake up, my alien brother. Oh, well. Well, nice try, I guess. You want to call it that, but oh, I didn't even get my guns yet. I'm glad I came back here though. Aren't I? Ooh, man, that was close, brother. Is there any secrets over here? Just checking. Probably not, but never hurts to check sometimes. All right, let's go back and get the double gun. We're gonna need it. We were unable to cheat and beat the system. Unfortunately. Oh well, we gave it a good shot. Ah. Okay. Well, we tried. We came. We saw. We tried, and now we know better. If we play this again in the future, not to try that to reanimate Elvis without contacting Jonathan. Okay. So got a little skin off me. Cooked me up a little bit. Oh. I just popped this dude in the noggin. Bam. There we go. Nice and clean headshot. He, you know the drill, kid, huh? Shit. They skin me up too much. Fuck. Man. Is that Tuna there? Okay. We go check on two. Is it getting chilly tonight too? I don't know. There. I believe there's some fig Newtons in the pantry, so I'm gonna go get some. Just a few fig Newtons. Okay, I have a strawberry Nutri-Grain. It's not a fig Newton, but it's like a fig Newton. The bar. Mm. Yeah. Oh. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is some pause music. Dun, dun, dun. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, my health is foobarred, so we gotta roll. I love that they have that people wanted to say the F word so much they had to make up an alternative name for it, like a PG name for it. Foobarred is so funny. It's like one of the funniest words. Yeah, it's even funnier than people saying flipping.
Okay, that was pretty smooth.
Man, these fucking NPCs. Got the Saturday Play, 25th anniversary of Perfect Dark, Nintendo Rare.
Oh yeah.
Shit. But we gotta get these boys. Fuck. I was like, F word, F word, F word. Fuck. Man. Oh well, 70%, 70.8% accuracy. I mean, kills 33. I mean, it's not too bad, but just not quite to the level. Hey, Peter. Hey, girl. You need your blankie? Okay. All right. You got your blankie, Peter? Yeah. We're gonna cuddle tonight, okay? I love you too, lady, and I love you, bad too. Yeah.
Okay, I guess two of those are.
Too lady left. All right, back to it. Yeah, we're gonna try again until we just basically get sick. It's hard. It's my favorite game, so it's like hard for me to get sick of it. So we'll see. We'll see how far my perfect dark love goes. Yeah. Ooh, that beef really gets me farting. So I'll tell you that. Not like anybody gives a shit about that, but I'm just saying. As a matter of fact. Yeah. Right. That's what I thought. Ooh. So the Democrats in this country are desperate to take back the House, the U.S. Congress, the U.S. House of Representatives, and the U.S. Senate, the upper chamber. So the upper chamber, the Senate is elected every 6 years, and it's supposed to be the more aristocratic class, kind of like the elders, the overseers, or the overwatchers, and the lower chamber, the House of Representatives, is supposed to be like the people's house, or the House of Commons, I guess they would call it in England, that represents the people, and they serve every 2 years. Ah. The House and the Senate control various powers and various, um, but Congress as a whole controls the budgets and decides what to do with the tax money the American taxpayers pay when we work jobs, when we earn income. In other words, we're taxed on the income, and it's funneled to the thieves in Washington, to the uh, to the legal criminals in Washington. Yeah. Trying to put up a fight over here, huh? Trying to put up a resistance over here. Oh, wow. So the U.S. Congress, the House of Representatives, have 435 members. Is the U.S. Senate 100 members? Or is it? Yeah, it's 100 members. There you go. You're right. 2 of each state. Right. There's 50 states. Okay, I was right. I just wanted to double check. Um, double checking, just even though I know I have a photographic memory, just in case. Yeah. Sometimes I use Google just to check my own brain, or an AI just to make sure the data is jiving, together comprehensively, cohesively. So even though I do have photographic vivid memory, um, yeah, even like sometimes you got to check yourself or you wreck yourself. So that's just really what it's all about. You got to check yourself before you wreck yourself, fool. Y'all know what's up. Like ice, is that Ice Cube or is that like got to check yourself before you wreck it? No, is that Dr. Dre? It's been a while, huh? Got to check yourself before you wreck yourself, fool. Or is it Snoop Dogg? Oh, okay. Oh, it is Ice Cube. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Better check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's still catchy after all these years. Tell you what, Don. I tell you what, Don. Better get it down. Better get it down, or you won't get it on. So the Democrats are going to try to push hard to take back the power of the Congress so they can control the money again, which is what all politicians, they just want to control the money. So they control the money, then they control the power. So those two things go hand in hand, money and power. They just fit together like a glove. So it's kind of like money and power go together like ketchup and French fries, salt and pepper, that sort of thing. It's all right, baby. Okay, looks like my health is foobarred again. Again. Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's going to be another election interference by the Democrats. Is what I'm worried about. Is that they're going to perpetrate a disaster, maybe in the air. The liberal media. They've been pumping up this like air travel hysteria. So there we go. Nice. Poo-poo. Welcome to the poo-poo. Oh, there we go. Yeah, just blowing those dudes out of the water. So, okay, let's rock, let's roll, let's ride, let's go. So, the Democrats desperately want their power back that they stole in 2020 and 2022 through their rigged and criminal uh, election stealing. They want the power back so desperately. But a lot of their old guard, like Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, Joe Biden's getting too old to rule. So they have to pass the baton to a younger generation. They have no choice. In other words, because nature abhors a vacuum. Nature does not care about politics. Nature does not care about, you know, that we're mortal beings and all that. Humans care because we have a time limit, but we're human beings are here for a limited time, like a Burger King Happy Meal. Or I mean, I'm sorry, a Burger King meal deal. So, so so it looks like um, I don't think the Democrats, by sabotaging and keeping the government shut down during the holidays, um, they think by causing maximum chaos and disruption and creating hardship for American citizens that somehow this will get them power because they figure if they cause mayhem and misery on the Republicans' watch, they will, offer, even though they're the cause of many of the miseries of American citizens and workers in the 2020s, they will try to create chaos and crisis during Trump's presidency so they can hopefully power back in the 2026 midterm elections. So that's their big plan. They create the problem, reaction, solution. Boom. It's as simple as that. Yeah. Shit. Too many fucking guys. Have I reached my limit yet? Well, you know what? I haven't really talked about. Um, yeah, I'm really concerned that the Democrats don't care who they hurt or who they kill as long as they get back power. I'm really feeling that the liberal global world order um, does not care about who they kill or who they hurt as long as they get control and power back and the money back. So that's their main priority. Peekaboo, peekabooya. Oh yeah. Got it. Yeah, baby. Come on, baby. Mm. Oh man. Do 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 do. Oh. Yeah. Maybe we'll quit by 10, check out the news, see what's going on, see what's popping. Yeah, there's all this like air terror, air frustration stuff. Like, it's almost like they're trying to create like maximum chaos in airlines and uh, by keeping the government shut down during the travel season. They're trying to, I believe they're trying to create like a crisis at the nation's airport so that they can say, look how miserable it is under the Trump and the Republicans, and like so that they can try to win those midterms. They got to cause as much suffering and as misery as possible for them to get their wish of getting back into power. So I don't know if they'll kill people, that they'll do a false flag in the air, but they're going to do something. Yeah, I don't know. I know they can't use a virus again because they already used that in 2019. That excuse to lock everything down to steal the legislative branch of the U.S. government and the executive branch at the same time. So I know they can't do the same trick twice because you can't do Obama, the half white, half black man either. Those tricks only, are a one-time thing. And after that, the public remembers. So they got to try some new crisis, usually, always. Get that new crisis going. Yeah, I don't know. There's probably been a lot of internet scuttlebutt um, about like a false flag alien attack or something like that. I think that's a little far fetched, to be honest. I mean, if they tried that, I'd be pretty amazed. So, if they tried a alien invasion disclosure kind of thing, I'd be like, wow, that's they're really trying new things, to maintain power, and to try to scare the public with aliens would be a yeah. Try to scare the public shitless with a hostile alien race. That would probably work. Because a lot of people would stay home and they would do mail vote in ballots and all that shit because they'd be scared that the aliens were coming and shit. Now maybe there's some people like me that love sci-fi and would love to meet an alien, and then there's people that are going to just be fucking terrified beyond terrified and angry and paranoid, and they'll arm up and they'll call it, the people think it was the end of the rapture in the Bible and all that. They'll think it's Revelations, the end days, the apocalypse. Yeah, there'd be like ammo and food runs like you never even, that like it would make COVID look like a picnic. Speaking of which, what is COVID-19? We know that the Democrats and the liberal global world order, the military, industrial, pharmaceutical, technological, deep state media propaganda complex used seized control of the U.S. government in 2020. But what is the origins of this bioweapon COVID-19? Is it the mark of the beast? once you're infected with it, you can't get rid of it. It's always inside you. Okay, a lot of people are proud because they didn't get the jab or the magic potion, the COVID-19 vaccine. But what is in that vaccine? Is that the mark of the beast, of the devil? Like, I'm kind of worried about what is COVID-19. Is this an evolving man-made virus that is built to enrich Democrats and pharmaceutical companies at the expense of the public? All right. What are the rates of myocarditis in COVID-19 vaccines and other health problems? These are serious questions, not to be put aside lightly. Like, what is this, to have the virus or the vaccine in our body? Is it so the devil can pull the kill switch when it's time to attack, to make our immune systems weaker? I mean, it is. Are these things the mark of the beast? Is what I'm getting at. So, will it be easier for Lucifer to mark and enslave us if we have this shit in our body? It's a valid question. Uh, so, oh, thanks. So I was not doing well with that. Here, get another one or so, huh? Maybe some others. Shit. Draining my balls. Okay. Kiki. All right, let's go, baby. Oh shit, man! This is motherfuckers coming out of here everywhere. Oh shit! So does anybody know what this virus is? Is it a Chinese weapon of the Communist Party? Like, what is this thing?
What the hell do you think you're doing? This is supposed to be a sealed room.
I know I'm not the only person thinking about this shit. Oh, hopefully I didn't lose too much time on that encounter. All right.
Before he gets into any more.
He poo 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 head. So me and my mother have had COVID already, but it feels like there's other variants floating around. It feels like we got it again when my parents went on a trip to Florida.
Yeah.
Pattern just logged in.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, can I play this for hours? Yeah, I don't know if I should run. It is an old machine, and so the thing about these old video game systems is you don't really want to run them for like 5 hours at a time or something. You want to keep it to maybe 2 or 3 hours at most for these old machines. On a newer machine, it doesn't really matter because it's not going to overheat necessarily. So yeah, okay, we got the double guns. Not like it did me very good the last 10 times I died, but sayonara. Sayonara. Damn. Oh, is there another secret? Can I blow it? Yeah, can I blow it with this oil? Yeah. Thinking outside the box again, but still, I don't know if this will work. I think Jonathan's supposed to activate this. So if I could get in there early, it'd be quite the advantage, though. But I doubt it. I think this is just going to go sideways like every other cockamamie idea. No, you need Jonathan to blow it. Only Jonathan can blow so good. Ooh. I'm gonna waste any more ammo. Nope. I want to keep my ammo so I can go blammo. Because guess what? I'm going into slam mode, bro. Yo, slam mode. What? Slam that ass, dong. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the team, boy. Ow! That wolf owl. So I'm kind of testing my theories tonight. When it gets cold outside, Do dogs will they come and snuggle more when it gets colder? I know they do. I know that wolf pack animals, they'll snug to keep warmth, if it's way too cold. So we'll see if they kick in their four-legged mammal instincts, and Tula comes to snuggle with our wolf pack here. And oh, guess what we've accomplished? Nothing. Hell yeah, that's what we want to keep accomplishing. Nothing. That's the goal, as always. Okay. If Seinfeld was the show about nothing, then I want to make like I want to do the internet show about nothing. That just kidding. No, the Seinfeld AI were so bad at first. I wonder if they've gotten better. Yeah, at first they did. When AI first came out, they had a channel doing like Seinfeld AI, and it was sort of funny. It wasn't that great, and it was very rudimentary. Like they would get the early versions of AI and, to make like Seinfeld skits, and they really weren't that great. So I wonder if it's gotten like really great now, and maybe even the jokes and the stories are even better now. I'm not sure. There's this show I was too young to watch, and I wasn't aware of it. But they had a sketch comedy show with Michael Richards and Larry David in it, and it was back in the '80s. It was like, was it just 3 seasons or 5 seasons? I think it was just 1980 to 1983, and yeah. Was it called Star City, or is that just a city in Arkansas? Star City, Arkansas. Right, let's see here. It was called Fridays. Yeah, it was called Fridays. Yeah, it was from April 11th, 1980 to April 23rd, 1982. It was just called Fridays. Yeah, that was actually pretty clever to call a show that back in the day, and I'll tell you why. Because um, yeah, just called Fridays, like TGI Fridays. That was the reason why it was so intelligent to call a show Fridays back then. Is because people would work jobs that were 9 to 5 every week, 40 hours a week, and Friday would be the when most people would get off of work and they enjoy their weekend, kind of like the fruits of their labor, and get to have some fun and go shopping and dancing, and of course, some people were doing drugs and drinking and stuff too, but you know, yeah. So that was very smart to call it Fridays back then, back in the 1980s. But it makes historical sense. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be fun to watch Fridays and see if it's really clever, like really funny writing. If it could rival Kids in the Hall or Monty Python or Saturday Night Live when it was good, or any kind of other Mad TV. See, if, yeah, I'd like to see if it's actually funny, even though right now, even though I was born in 1980, it would still seem pretty antiquated to me um, because of the passage of time. Do 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 do. How does it feel to be dead? Would you like to poo poo? Hey, would you like a doo doo? How does it feel to poo poo? Oh man, yeah, Fridays. It wasn't called Thank God It's Fridays like the restaurant chain. It was just called Fridays. That was just pretty. That was pretty snappy. Say that. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Oh. Meow. 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 Okay. So, have an idea. Can we block off the boys using some of the shit? The boys are coming, aren't they? Pretty hot and heavy. Man, they are just never ending over here. Man, they're the enemies are just regenerating like way too fast. Let's try to do this quick. Do some blockage here. This even work. This shit even work. Yeah, I know. There we go. I don't know if that will slow them down or not. It's just maybe that was a waste of time. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it could have been a waste of time. Katanji Brown Jackson. Secret CIA files claim alien presence on the dark side of the moon. It says scientists reveal teleportation breakthrough. Oh my god. I want to see if this is a bullshit article or not. Okay. Quantum internet. Huh. Da-da-dum, da-dum. Yeah. All right, let's try to not fail again. Shit. Must blow yourself up. Damn. No, you did. Is my love of Perfect Dark going to make me try again? I guess so. Maybe I'm getting burnt out. Ooh. Yeah, there's no way to do things out of order to try to set this up in my favor. So unfortunately, I can't really cheat out this one because you really have to follow the objectives in order. So it's just kind of rigged that way, where there's not much variable options to play with. So sayonara. Yeah, they were talking about beaming quantum entanglement information. They weren't talking about like quantum teleportation, unfortunately. Not really. Got the remote mines. Got the remote mines. And it's all mine like the sunshine. Yep. I'm feeling that, dog. Okay. Yeah, they showed kind of an embarrassing video. It was like Stevie Nicks, I think, is in her 70s or something, and is she like mid 70s or? Yeah, she's well, she's almost 80. Yeah. So they did a short. Somebody filmed from a Fleetwood Mac concert recently, and uh, she was unable to get up the stairs, and she was having a hard time, like an older woman would that's been dancing and singing her entire life and all that. She's trying to be real like, even though she's kind of like overweight now, I want to say she's still trying to act like she's very acrobatic, like she was when she was little younger, and just isn't really working anymore. So yeah. So most people in the comments were nice. They were just like, well, people get old, so. And it wasn't like the internet comments weren't. They were savage, but not really too savage. Yeah. You need to get back to your mom. Oh, was that your joke? Oh yeah, that was my cleverest joke for tonight. We need to get back to your mom. Hell yeah. Uh, yeah, I put some Vicks Vapor rub on. I don't know how I'm gonna react to the cold, so I thought, well, if I still got this COVID shit and it like reactivates or something, and then we get a cold, or some kind of shit like that, then okay, I brought it on for you. Shit, I hate when it misfires like that. Okay, let's go. That was pretty good coverage, decent. Obstacles, 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 obstacles. What? Obstacle. Give. Shit. All right. Obstacles. Obstacles. The obstacles. Obstacles. Failed, deceased. Story of my life. Oh my god. Ooh. Well, I guess we'll try to do it next Saturday or something, I guess. Yo. God bless. Best of success. Here we go. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Peace. Okay, so let's go.